Okay, we're going to walk through the sales order entry process here. So getting to the sales order entry two ways, right? So I've got it saved here as a favorite for new sales orders, but you can go opportunities, transactions, sales orders new. And if you wanted to save this to your favorites here, your shortcuts, you can then hover over that, click add to shortcuts, give it a name. Since I've already got it saved, I'm not going to duplicate it. But that's a nice little shortcut. Choose your company form, right? This is US Hose customer, so we are going to go US Hose sales, MasterCard, select the company. Any credit status issues will pop up here. Purchase order number, I'll copy and paste. Location, this is case 6158 on here, which will come out of Ohio. Lead source, this sort of thing isn't necessary right now. Then we're going to enter our item. So again, let's try here to see if we've got a number like this loaded. That's male pipe, and what we've got here is garden hose. So I'm going to copy off of this assembly to build the assembly. Right click that to open it in a new tab. I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to copy that part number. MP, because that's the structure of their part numbers. We'll change the description here to match that. So it's stainless steel male pipe on each end. So stainless steel MP X stainless steel MP. So that's the nice feature of copying. A lot of this stuff will already be there. US hose, that's good. Class. That is a food grade hose. Department not necessary. Priority. It's a C item. And then the bill of materials, which will be partially fulfilled there. So we'll just have to change the garden hose fittings to a RN 66, I believe. Yep. That's good. Critical thing on the item setup is making sure that these accounting match the item type. So we're going to look for food on a 63-100. So 63-500 there. 16-300. So 16-400. 6010. 6050. And then it should be taxable. All items should be taxable. At that point, we can save the item. And then again, I like to copy and paste, Control C, Control V. It'll tell you you've got 0 of these available. Okay. Tab over. Back to our purchase order. So quantity is 6 here. Our rate will be the price per each. And we will want to create a work order since this is an assembly. So the system will do that automatically. Then shipping information. Back to our POs, going to 600 North County Line, Elmhurst, Illinois, which should be one of our selected drop downs. Yep, there you go. Our UPS shipping method will be UPS ground. UPS ground. Here's their account number. That will go third party account. You'll need to click calculate to calculate shipping charges. Sometimes it does want to calculate, so I'm going to cheat the system. So seeing as how that was having an issue calculating here, I'm just going to save the sales order basically as no shipping method and then go in and edit again. So get back into that here. Normally that wouldn't be an issue, but you know, sometimes things happen. Go back in here to finish the shipping. UPS, ground, freight accounts in there. Okay, now it calculates 0 because it's going to charge their account. So we're good there. In order to see what we have in stock for that assembly here, make a good ship by date, I am going to look at the work order to see what is available. So once you save this and you click create work order, it will automatically do that here, and it'll have a link to one. You can open that up, and I'm going to print this to see we have 0 buildable because we have no hose available or the RN66. So those parts will need to be ordered, so I will put that out. Unfortunately, probably a week or two to match the vendor ship times. So I'm going to go back into my sales order and update that ship date to 2 weeks from now because of unfortunate vendor lead times. At that point, we're ready to print it. We'll print this to the warehouse. I'm going to print this to, seeing as how this is an Ohio order, print this to the Dayton warehouse. So that's the order entry process. There's a couple, you know, that gets it to the warehouse, now communicating to the customer. We want to save this to the system. So what we'll do is go ahead and save this file as a PDF. Again, I like to copy and paste, so just save it to the desktop there. You'll click under communication, the files. This little button here, this plus, you can add a file pretty conveniently. Come from your computer. I have set up a email attachments folder, and then choose your file you want to add. Again, copy, Control-C, Control-V it in there, just a little quicker. Save, and then now the the order, purchase order is attached to the sales order. You can send an order confirmation at that point, which will go from this email address on the purchase order, purchasing. Email. And my email's popped out into a different screen, so you can't see this, but we will send the customer an order confirmation from here. And then, so at that point, once you sent the communication, you can view it under your communication the email. So under your communication messages, and it'll show you, I sent at this time to the recipient this attachment. You can click on it and view that sales order copy. It showed you that it was an email. So it's nice that that's all contained in the system that way. That is basically a good rundown on sales order entry process. Thanks a lot, Chip.